Okay, so we are live. Hi everyone and welcome to my channel, Hisame Artwork. Hope the sound and video is okay and that everything is working. If there are any issues with the sound or video, please let me know. Okay. So I'm gonna continue coloring page 75 from our comic book Niels Feynman's Time Traveling Adventures. And I think we're 3 pages away from ending the chapter 3, or at least that is the plan. Probably gonna go a little bit over. Hopefully not too much. Okay, so I'm gonna open extra page just so I have the colors here, and I'm looking for a page that had a scene in the kitchen just so I have all the colors from there. But I can't remember last time the characters were in the kitchen. I think it's when they cooked. Probably. Okay, I'll take this one. Now it doesn't have the exact colors. Where were you? Okay, there is one. So this page 70. Here we go. So I'm going to turn off Niels and I'm going to turn off Newton and food. There we go. So we have just the furniture. So now I can color everything. It's going to be a little bit darker in the back. The stairs. Let's see if I have any here, but it's kind of this reddish brown. I've sort of decided on that. And then I just go lighter. So that room is gonna be pretty dark. The idea being the depth, and it's in another farther area. And get the table color. And we're gonna do the same. And I slightly changed the colors from one panel to the other. Just so they don't look exactly the same, and also usually when you shift your view from one place to another, like the lighting will adjust in the colors a bit. And also so it doesn't look like I just copy pasted the background too much. We're gonna have the dialogue bubbles over it as well, but we're gonna have some slight changes. Probably not gonna notice them, but you will kind of have a sensation of the fact that it's not just static and pasted over. Oh, I forgot to look in the chat if there's anybody there. Doesn't seem to be. So today's gonna be a quiet, slow day, I think. So I might just end the stream a little quickly. As soon as I finish like the base stuff I need to do, I'm just gonna leave the dialogue for later today. So for those of you watching the recording of the live stream, this is going to be the last live stream for this month, and I think for the next month as well. At least 4 weeks from now I will not be doing any live stream. I will be in a 1-month hiatus, and I'll let you guys know on my social media accounts when I'm gonna restart. I will try and stay on schedule with new pages for Niels Feynman's time traveling adventures. I don't know if I'll be able to update my Ernest comic pages. I have been lagging behind with that one for a while now. But I did update the book, so You have an updated version of the USA tour on lulu.com. For those of you that do not know what Lulu is, it's a print-on-demand company where you can print your books, comics, things like that. And I used to have a calendar there as well, but it doesn't update each year, and I've kind of been falling behind on updating it automatically. You can find the same calendar on Redbubble though, and it updates there automatically. It's just that Redbubble doesn't do as many discounts as Lulu. So if you want a discount, you gotta stay sharp. Oh, hi, sun is up. How are you? I am doing fine. I finally have a cool day here, so I'm not melting, which is awesome. We had a pretty hot week, so now I'm super glad that it's very cool and lovely weather. And just dreading winter coming again. So I am in Michigan, USA, and the winters are pretty harsh here. It can get to minus 40 degrees. And I remember when I first came here and then I asked them, wait, what, minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit or Celsius? And they told me, oh, at that temperature they're both the same when it gets that low. So from my home country, it was pretty hot. The summers were unbearable all the time. It was just horrible. And I was like, every summer I was hoping for winter to come, but here, because the winters are just so cold, I'm in no hurry. How is the weather where you're from? Are you happy when winter or summer comes? Can you hear me okay? I have my mic on. So Newton is giving Niels some sugar on a stick, and I had to research the history of sugar, which this is one of the fun parts. I admit I do enjoy reading up on history to see that I do make my comic historically accurate. I like fall the most because it's not too hot, not too cold. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. I love spring most of all because you get a whole new fresh growth. I used to like autumn more because it was less crowded. Yes, I can hear you. Awesome. Um, Back home, in autumn, people didn't sit out much, so it was like parks were kind of ghost towns, and I really like that. But here where I am, the population density is super low. Especially in the summer here, all the students leave, so it turns into a ghost town, which I really love. And it's really nice. I like that. Very little people to go around to bump into, or to when I want to sit down somewhere and enjoy the scenery, like I don't have to hear anybody. And I definitely enjoy watching the scenery in a country whose language I don't understand or don't speak it very well, because then I don't understand what they're saying. For example, I went to Greece, and I was sitting on the Greek beach, and then you had people around me speaking Greek, and I don't understand Greek, so it was fine. And then came a family, like a big family of a couple of people. They were really loud, and they were speaking in my language, and they were like arguing, the wife with the husband, and I could understand every stupid argument, and I was like, ah, why couldn't you go somewhere else? Because I mean, if you have somebody arguing in a language you don't understand, I think it's a lot more bearable. You don't get angry like this stupid argument. So yeah, but here in since I understand English, like I can understand everything people are saying. Though they don't argue usually, they just talk about mundane stuff. Still takes me out of daydreaming about the ducks and things like that. But like I said, there are very few people around, so it's great. Also, we have a couple of Indians here. One of them came up to us to talk to us, and he was speaking English, but the speech pattern was really hard for me to follow. Also, the accent. Like, I have sometimes trouble understanding some of the Americans. Because I did British English at school, and some of them have like these country accents. And it's always funny when I go to like the supermarket and I ask for something and they're like, what? Can you say it again? What? What? Or they give me like the wrong order. We have trouble understanding each other. Because I have an accent and they have an accent, and we don't understand each other. Oh, hi Kirani, how are you? I'm very good. Are you gonna stream today? So I know how I arrange my schedule. I'm around an hour and a half from Nook now. I think maybe she wants to say now. So you'll be streaming in an hour and a half? Okay. Good to know. I will try and stop by. I do have to like eat something after I end my stream, so I'll prepare something and then come and see your stream. Yuppers. Okay. It's a date. Have you guys ever had sugar on a stick? What will I stream? No, okay, Ronnie, she will stream. Or I think maybe you're talking to her. She's streaming video games, but which game are you gonna stream, Kirani? Because I know you have Stardew Valley, and Sun is Up is a fan of Stardew Valley. That's how we met each other. She's from the Facebook group, right? Stardew Valley Hangouts. Sugar on a stick is so pretty, Geminite. Yeah, something like that. We'll be streaming more Roblox. Probably playing icebreakers. Do your kids like Stardew Valley? But way more fun, I see. Because the game is not as easy as one might first think. No, I'm just someone from YouTube, but I found you because I was looking for inspiration for my farm. Oh, nice. So, if you have Facebook, there's the Google Hangouts if you want. And you have a lot of people posting their images for inspiration. And also you can check out on my blog. They will once they get out of mode. For now it has face. Uh, it has to be fast-paced to keep their attention. Yeah, it's not a game that's as easy as you might think, so. Okay, so on my blog you can see here for spring, summer, autumn, and winter, and I have all my old farms saved. So you can check it there, and Facebook, Google, Stardew Valley Hangouts. Yep, this is the one. And you have, it's a really nice community, like out of all the groups that I've been in, it's the nicest one. Monarch butterfly in the garden again. Oh, awesome. We just got home but wanted to pop in to say hello. Time to get ready. Okay, take care. See you in the chat then. In the past month, I have learned to change my greenhouse in Tide and edit PNG files in GIMP. Oh, that's awesome. Hi, June. How are you? I see you're using Twitch today. I saw that YouTube was trying to ban people that promote Twitch. Are you revolting? Are you rebelling? Come on. You don't know? You didn't see the news? No, I didn't know. Well, that's what's happening. Like Linus Tech Tip got a copyright strike or some kind of strike, I'm not sure what kind, for promoting Twitch. And one account got completely banned. And like all of the YouTubers that are following news like this are talking about it. So sun is up. I wanted to show you one. Let me see where I have it. So I edited my greenhouse with the two cute greenhouse, which gave me a lot of space, but it was really nicely organized. So I really like that farm layout. Oh, I see. I didn't put all the pages up. But anyway, I'm gonna give you the link. So you see it. But I saw Vimeo advertising on YouTube, so why ban Twitch? I don't know. YouTube was saying, oh, you know, our bots are stupid and they made a mistake and we're gonna take it back. But this law has been around for a lot. It's just that they never enforced it. So that's why people were upset that it wasn't just a mistake. It's like YouTube trying to see if it can do stuff like this. Let's see, house. I have greenhouse. Did I put it here? Haven't they been doing that for like 2-3 months, the YouTube and Twitch, I mean? Yeah, I'm not sure about the details of this whole telenovela. I haven't been watching it too closely. I should probably, because it is something that is affecting me. Okay, let's see, found it. Yeah, go to site. Why is it YouTube? And on Nexus and my blog, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna put the link here for you. It's a really nice layout. You can see it here full size, so it's really nice. But it's gonna need a bit of work unless you like sparkly pugs. I'm not a fan of sparkly pugs, so I changed the greenhouse. So yeah, that's been the news with YouTube. Still up to its old shenanigans. Already a lot of people are not using Facebook and they're using Discord, and to be honest, I really like Discord. It's just that it's not the best for how should I say, businesses. Like, it's hard to accumulate followers and get promoted. It's not for that purpose. Discord is for just talking. I know the Sims YouTubers were talking a lot about it, but I don't watch them anymore. Thank you, I'll look it up later. I'm on the phone. Yep, sure. And you can look on my blog for inspiration, and I'll put up some more pages. Sorry, print screens. I saw I only had one there, so I'll dig up and see if I have more. I definitely posted them in the Facebook group, but I hope I save them as well, because digging them up is gonna be a nightmare. You know, I always forget about this. I post it in the group because I know a lot of people like my designs, and then I forget to save them because I think, oh, you know, I'm gonna do something better, so I'm not gonna keep this. That kind of looks like a potato, but they didn't have potatoes in the market where he went. Niels stole the potatoes from the church. So I'm gonna try and see maybe a turnip. Like, did they have turnips in 17th century Britain? Let's see if I have a history of the turnip. Cultivation history. Like, I could not do my comic without Google, that's for sure. Eastern Asia. Okay, so it's not a European plant. Did you know the turnip is not a European plant? I was sure it's a European plant. Like, I could have sworn it's a European plant, but it's not. It's from Asia. Okay, so maybe beets? Let's see. From the Middle Ages, conditions. Everything is from Asia. You know, chickens are from Asia as well. Like you would think that they're European because we had them for 500 years, but nope, they are uh, Thai. They're from Thailand originally. Okay, so 1400s. We had beet at least. I will color this as a beet. I'm gonna go a bit purplish. Yeah, tastes like a misshapen beet. Apparently geese are native to Europe. That's why in all the middle-aged imagery and farms you see geese everywhere. Like my grandmother had just about everything on her farm. Rabbits, birds of all kind. Like there's one that has like little what do you call them? Spots. It looks like a Dalmatian. What's it called? The spots are small. Um, Parcă bibilică. Yeah, so let's see this bird, and I just loved it. Look at it, it's so cute. Oh, I wonder what it's called in English. Google Translate. Bibilico. Guinea fowl. Okay, and in Italian. Oh, it's the same. So I guess we have the name of it from you guys. That's a big piece of cheese. I love cheese. I would say it's one of my favorite things to eat. Okay, put back Newton in the screen so I can see them. I'm curious, like if they had the paper, you know, in Europe, how old this practice is, because paper was pretty expensive, so I think it would have been more like a piece of cloth instead of paper, maybe. So maybe I should make it like a bit more round, less square, so it looks less like paper, now that I think about it. Like I remember we used to have, because you had communism and we had the famine right up at in the 1989, and you had like old women that would go from apartment complex to apartment complex and sell cheese and other dairy products. Of course, no health documentations of whatsoever. And I remember this old woman, she was like, seemed like she was 100, but she was carrying like 50 kilograms uh, more than her weight in cheese and dairy products and the buckets that she had on her. Let me see if I can find a picture. Nah, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, I can't find any in Google, but it was like this old lady and she was carrying such a big weight of cheese, and she did this up until um 2005 or something like that, so 15 years after as well. And of course, you know, we trusted her not to give us food poisoning. And she never did, as far as I remember. Used to have a lot of old people selling their unregistered goods at the side of the road. So it wasn't the most hygienic thing to do, but it was way cheaper, of course, because they didn't have to pay any taxes, and they were just like a super little small farm. They grew them in their backyard, basically. I'm not sure why they got disbanded, probably because people weren't buying as much anymore, and also, uh, yeah, come on. Probably they were violating some health laws. Let's see, where's the basket? Okay. But you know, I kind of miss the old wet markets, like they're called sometimes in English or in Chinese. So it's a market, like kind of a farmer's market. And you can find a bunch of stuff there. Usually it's kind of the same thing. The same kind of tomatoes, because everybody's growing the same kind. But I don't know, it was just fun to, if you saw something new or weird, like you could ask the salesperson, the seller, sorry, what it is, and you know, they would tell you when they get like the freshest kind, or when they get resupplied. And I usually had my own favorite salesperson, and I will only go and get from them because I knew they had like the best stuff. It was fun. And you could find like a lot of stuff like fresh fish and a whole bunch of kinds of deli products. And where I am now, since it's, you know, it's a village, I only have like supermarkets. There is a farmer's market and I have been to it, but it was kind of sad. I was expecting, you know, exotic new foods, because, you know, I'm in a new country, because usually that's how it's been for me. You know, I go to Turkey, or I go to Switzerland or France or Greece, or I don't know, Japan I've been, and you find like weird new stuff that you've never eaten before. And it's not so much here, first of all, because apparently the US is not as diverse as like I was thinking in my head. Or maybe the region I'm in is not that diverse. Maybe down south you have way more crazier stuff. So that's on one hand. And second, the people they employ at Walmart and other places like that, they're village peasants type of people from surrounding areas that only know about corn and soybean. So they don't know what they're selling. You know, they're just employed there and they just do what they're told. They don't handle the purchase and the distribution of the products. Like often enough when I'm at the cashier, she'll ask me what is this because she doesn't know what it is. In order to, sometimes the code is missing, and they ask me like, what is this? And I tell them, oh, it's a mango. So yeah, dreams dashed. But fortunately, I have like a lot of friends that are from different parts of the world. So, for example, the mangoes that I usually ate in Romania, they were kind of sad and not well ripened, and I liked mangoes and other things, just not to eat them raw. And then some friends of ours told us, hey, you know, that's not a, that's like really is a crappy mango. We don't, though when we eat it back home, it tastes a lot better. This one's not ripened. So what they told me was to get another type of mango that is smaller, and it's grown like more close to where we are. I think they get it from California or Mexico, instead of getting the other mango was from Asia or somewhere and was too far. Let's see, where do I have a bread? I think it was, yep, this page. So I found another one that's edible. And it's a lot smaller, so it's easier to eat as well. June, can you grow mangoes in Italy? I think it's maybe too dry for you to grow them. I had my first ripened mango a few days ago. So delicious. Aw. I'm envious. No, we get them from Africa, I think. Because I figure it's a bit too dry. It's perfect for olive oil and olives, but not so much for tropical fruit, I imagine. I was looking at some videos of Italy because I am eventually gonna have the characters go to Italy. And on the Amalfi Coast, I saw some of the most beautiful lemon groves. Make home at home. Your dad is trying to grow a mango? I wish I could grow mango. I probably need a greenhouse here in Michigan, but I think I can definitely, like, I've seen some people here in Michigan on YouTube, they have pomegranates and oranges here in Michigan. They grow them in a greenhouse because the winters do get very cold, so in order for the wood of the tree not to die. Some people have a few plants in here. Because you definitely don't have a water shortage, but for personal use, yeah. Here in Michigan, you definitely do not have a water shortage. Not enough to sell them. Yeah, I saw like the gardens in Sardinia are not that big. It's not really that spacious. It seems to me like American houses, like they have like huge gardens that just keep a lawn and nothing else. And I guess, you know, having a greenhouse is expensive. Probably. I don't know. Um, the YouTube channels that I watch, they usually say no, no, no. It's very cheap and easy. But I haven't actually gone to build one, so I'll find out, I guess. And maybe at some point. Anyway, mango tastes just like peach, not much different. Um, I would say that it doesn't taste like peach, like it tastes like mango. It is like that tropical fruity maybe, but I wouldn't say that they taste the same. Maybe you have a different variety, but to me they taste different. I find it very similar. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, now that you say it, the thing is that the peaches, I would say it tastes more like a nectarine, maybe. Yes, you probably have. So we have, the thing is that the English word language is not that great for this. So this is what we call in Romanian caise, and I think it's in English it's apricot, but they are related. And then you have nectarines, which I say maybe this, if it's ripe, would be similar to a mango. And then you have peach, this one, and I would say this tastes similar to the nectarine. But the thing is that the ones that we get here up north, they're often not ripe, and so they don't taste, they taste more like cucumbers, if anything. But to me, like apricots, peaches, nectarines, like they taste similar, and they're not that close to avocado. Sorry, to mango. So I don't know. Maybe it's just my taste. But the peaches that we get here, they usually taste like cucumber. To be honest, it's not. It's not fun. Yeah, like a lot of the fruits, you know, it comes from far away and it's not great. Bananas as well. You know, we try and buy ones that are ripe, but usually we get one that is green and kind of try and wait for it to get ripe, and you know, it's never gonna be as good as one that is sweet off the tree. I still consider it a miracle of modern technology that I can get tropical fruit in a winter land, but like in the middle of winter in Michigan, I can get ripe mangoes, more or less. Yeah. So I can't complain too much. It's just that I see a lot of videos on YouTube of people having greenhouses here in Michigan, and they grow their own fruit basically. And I'm so jealous because there is a lot of space here in the US, but it's not used. It's just empty space that nobody uses. So now we have lawns everywhere, and it's been a pretty dry summer. Fortunately, we haven't had any more flooding. But the result of this is that everybody's lawns are dead. So you have people with dead lawns everywhere, like in spring and in autumn. So we had like a couple of months of green lawn, and now everything is dead. And I just don't find dead lawn appealing. We're gonna move, by the way, so no stream for a month until we get settled in the new place. Just wanted to let you know. So there will be no stream for a month. I will still post, the Niels pages and everything. Try and stay on schedule with that. Yes, so we're gonna be moving in town. It's just that we hope everything will be set up and the internet will work, and I'll have to set up my studio there. So I have everything ready and I can resume work as normal. And I estimate it's gonna take about a month. And to see, because maybe the internet company that we chose might not be good, so I might not be able to do live streams. So I need to test everything out, and to be sure I'm just gonna say a month. We might have better internet there, because at least there we are allowed to choose our provider. Hopefully they will be good, because there's not a lot of diversity and free market here in the US. Like usually one company owns everything anyway, and so they can set the prices however they want and the services. I am in town now as well, like even though I have the railroad next to me, I'm super close to the town, like 30 minutes, and where we're going is gonna be 35 minutes, something like that, from the town center. 30 minutes of walking. Yeah, I mean it's like it's a village. Everything's pretty close. You can walk if you want to. It's just that you don't always have a sidewalk to walk on. But so we were staying on the university campus, so that's why a lot of things we were not allowed to have, like air conditioning. But where we're moving, we're gonna have air conditioning, we're gonna have a washing machine, we're gonna have a dishwasher and all the modern conveniences of a first world country. But again, it's, it's a weird American house. For example, they have carpets when you enter the house, like they're glued to the floor. So when you come with your dirty shoes into the house, you have like really nowhere to sit and change your shoes. I'll show you some pictures. It's really weird. Yeah, I mean it's bizarre, and I understand that the people here just go from work to their car and then home, so they never really get their shoes dirty. Yeah, but I mean you still have snow with salt in summer, so you would sorry, in winter, so you would be dragging um salt and water to put on the carpet, and it's just gonna bleach. He had it in England? Okay, so now I have confirmation where they got this stupid idea. I suspected the British were to blame, like for every dumb thing that you see here in the US. Like you usually find out the culprit is British, but I didn't think that the carpet thing was their fault as well. Like I thought, I should be nice, not blame the British for everything, but if they have it there as well, oh, it's just crazy. What tiles was the kitchen? It's crazy and it's weird. It's wrong. Like I don't know how they thought that was a good idea. I don't know. Cause you have mud in the UK. It's not the Sahara Desert. Over wood floor. Yes, we have in some rooms back home as well, carpet over wood floor, but it doesn't cover the whole room and it's not glued to the floor. Yeah. So for us, it's normal that we're able to remove a carpet that is like covering half the room, to just remove it and wash it at a car wash or something similar, and then we get it back and put it under the table and the chairs. So you don't scratch the floor when you move your chair at the table. Like I have worked at a Western, I don't know, type of um, company, and it was like modeled after, American stuff like that. And they had like this short carpet on the floor, which was really annoying. But it wasn't your no, not don't crash. It wasn't your home, so we went with our shoes on because it was the office, and they mostly put the carpet on that office, so whenever somebody dragged their chair around, it wouldn't make noise and perturb the other employees. But you'd never have this in your house in Romania. It's weird. In really poor buildings that are for like students or things like that, they will put linoleum on the floor. Yeah, with carpets in the corridor, like those carpets have never been changed or washed or whatever. Like they just vacuum them, and God knows what's underneath. I think it's such a bad practice, but if it's a carpet in a hotel, I don't care. I'm not gonna live there, so it doesn't bother me that a hotel does that. I just get out of there. Like for example, you had those carpets in in Japanese hotels as well, and I didn't stay there for long, so I don't care. Like whatever bed bugs or stuff they might have, probably they killed them with like hard insecticide or something. And if I breathe that in for a couple of days, I'm not gonna have any problems. Nailed down? That's just crazy. Like, yeah, I don't even want to get into that. It's just weird. And so I don't care if it's in a hotel, but if it's in all the houses where I live and I can't choose to live in a different type of house, then yeah, I do get upset. But I do want to do like a little video and record everything and show my sister, because I've told her and she's like, I don't believe you. So I'm gonna do a little video to kind of show her how it looks. Because I've told her many times about these things and she's like, no way, no way. And my response to that is, oh, you little pupper, you don't know anything about the wider world. What are you doing, Clip Studio Paint? Don't crash. Yes, it didn't crash. I hope Windows is not doing updates in the background again. Like whenever my programs don't work very well, it's usually Windows doing updates in the background. I had an update a few days ago. Oh yeah, the updates never end. So it might be. But I already had a set of updates. Like, I don't know what they're updating. They're updating the updates. Like one of the updates they did, my Office stopped working. My Microsoft Office. No, initially I thought that my Microsoft Office stopped working, and I have it legit, like I did buy the Windows thingy for the pack for Office. But apparently my start bar, my thing here, this didn't work, and I had it as a shortcut, you know, like I have Firefox and Chrome here. And so apparently that wasn't working, not the program itself. Because I thought, oh, okay, so Office broke down even though I paid them, what's new? And so I got the open source Office. By the way, June, you had like this blue little spot here on all of Niels's faces in each panel, so I kind of had to go and erase that. Anyway, I'll turn it, the line art, I'll just turn it black. Yeah, so, what I was saying, yeah, the updates, and it turned out that the menu wasn't working. Because I tried to open Mozilla Firefox, because again WebToons wasn't working on Chrome, so I tried Mozilla Firefox, and I kind of realized that way that the menu wasn't working properly. So yes, the adventures of Windows. I of people telling me that I should switch to um, Macintosh because it has less freezes and errors than Windows, but that's not true. They just don't install anything on it. If I were to install on a Macintosh everything that I install on a Windows and do everything that I do with the Windows, it's gonna die a lot faster. Yeah, well, I had Macintosh at school and on one of the workplaces. And at school, you know, we had to install a lot of things, and it was a pretty high trafficked device. So it would crash and burn even more than Windows, to be honest. Because you had more people working on it, first of all, and they all needed to install something. While the Windows ones, you know, we had more of Windows computers, so we kind of had less people using them and better administration, I guess. That the people could like be a small number and can talk to each other and say, oh, you know, I need to install this, I need to install that, and they will like come together and agree on something and then make an application and, you know, submit it to the whoever was administrating the computers and then have them install that and not everybody installing everything. Yeah, there are a lot of problems with Macintosh. I see absolutely no reason why I should ever use it. I did have, you know, like rich colleagues that would come with their own laptops, Macintosh, and since they were the only user of that device, it would last more than um, the school devices before they had like a catastrophic failure and stopped working completely. The software was so mangled up, it didn't work anymore. But I remember that their computers crashed as well, and it was really funny because all year round, you know, they would say, oh, Macintosh is so good, Apple is so great, Apple is the best. And then their computers eventually did crash as well because they weren't doing updates and whatever else was needed properly, or who knows what they were supposed to be doing and they didn't do it well. And it was so funny, like everybody was just laughing, oh, what about your supercomputer now? And it was like funny all the time because we always had them as comparison. And for example, they wanted to install some extra stuff, some little program or something to make their life easier, and the Windows guys could do it, and you know, the ones that were using um, the Macintosh, because we had two colleagues out of 16 using Macintoshes, they couldn't. But a better PC with the same money, yeah, me too. Um, for example, in a lot of games, the mods only work on the computer, on the PC. And we have this game Stardew Valley that I'm playing, and the people on the console, you know, they bought the games on the console but not on the PC, so they can't use the mods. And some of them are like, oh, but I don't want mods anyway because mods are bad and mods are cheating. But If you ask them in private what do they think of this mod that gives them like a super cute cat that's better than the vanilla cat, they'll be like, oh, I wish I had that. And some people have actually made polls with this stuff in the group, and there was this option. I don't play with mods, but I wish I did. And I was surprised how many said they would have liked to have mods, considering how many complain that, oh, mods are bad, mods are evil, mods are cheating. I was really surprised of how many of them actually wanted mods. Okay, let's see, what was that thing? Oh, that was the wooden chopping block. You know, we put this wooden chopping block here on the wall, but Niels used another one when he chopped the vegetables. I now realize that. So he drew that one so many times, put it there all the time, and he used another. Thanks so much for the consistency. I just realized this now. He used the big one, yeah. You know about Chekhov's gun, right? So if it's on the gun is on the wall, it's going to be used. Well, not in our comic, because we forgot we put it there. We had to draw a Chekhov's gun, like we would draw it 20 times, be in every panel, and then he would get shot with a pistol. And then if anybody asked why we did that, we will say, oh, you know, a plot twist. And we always use the same one, yeah. But I think the plot twist excuse can work, you know. It's not that we forgot about it, it was just to subvert the audience's expectations. We totally did not forget about it. Now I'm gonna try and find, because I don't know what color that box was, or what was it. Do you remember what was that box? Nope. Trying to find a page. Was it this one? Nope. I'll just make it brown. I think it's like the safest color. Probably gonna have the character over it anyway. So I'm like trying to find out, and in reality, I'm just gonna have it come over the character. Well, I think it's plates here, or the bowls. Like, I have so much brown. I'm tired of brown. I don't want to draw anything brown anymore. Funny thing though is where we're moving, like the carpets are beige and the furniture is brown because it's wooden. So everything is just gonna be more brown. And since it's a rental, we can't change the color of the walls, which they're kind of beige. I think they were supposed to be white. And we don't have any nails in the wall, so no paintings as well. We got a lot of colorful plastic boxes. They kind of look pretty bad, but at least they're colorful. Plastic crate. Yep, so these ones. And they come in every color. And they're really great for storing stuff because they interlock. So you can like shelve them on one side and make whatever shape of furniture you want. Okay, so I think I'm done with the base colors and I only have half an hour left. And since doing the shading is not that fun to show you, I'm just gonna do that offline. So thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Again, I am going to be in a 1 month hiatus while we move. I don't know if I'll have good internet and I need to set up the studio, so just to be safe, 1 month no stream. I will be updating Niels' comic pages every Sunday as usual, and maybe I'll put some speed paintings if I can. Take care everyone, and thank you for joining me.